everyone, I'm Kastor and welcome back to another wrap-up video. We recently finished up Steamworld Heist and I'm going to discuss the good, the bad and the score I gave at the end of the game. A little background. Steamworld Heist is a game developed and published by Image and Form International on the 10th of December 2015. The game is set in the Steamworld universe. We had previously finished two other games in the series, but I didn't do a wrap-up for those as it was finished before the wrap-up series started. The two games are Steamworld Dig and Steamworld Dig 2. Both games are two parts of the original game series. Steamworld Heist came after these two games, but takes the story and gameplay into a completely different direction. You play as Piper, a ship captain and a wanted outlaw. You are effectively the steampunk robot version of Robin Hood, stealing steam from the rich and giving it to the poor. The steambots, which are steampunk robots, are oppressed, and the transportation and distribution of water is restricted to certain machines. Over time, you will fight a plethora of enemies ranging from the equivalent of pirates, royal guards, and eventually futuristic Terminators. Your base of operations is your ship, and there are recruitable allies in the game. Each ally brings their own strengths and weaknesses. Stars and steam are required to purchase weapons, accessories, or to get those characters. You also need to attain a certain number of stars in order to progress further into the game. Using your ship, you travel from place to place, doing many missions, earning stars in the process. Each mission has different requirements, from getting out before the ship blows up to fighting a boss enemy. There are rewards for finishing quests and from getting flawless victories, and also from getting loot. So loot goblins rejoice, a game worth looting everything. There are shops where you can buy more space or get more powerful weapons or accessories. And as you do missions, you get to level up too, which means your characters get stronger. Each level up gives your character some sort of improvement, which is usually preset. Preset is also a good way to describe what weapons your characters can use. Not every character can use every weapon, and this makes it interesting to set up your parties. So that's an overview of the game. Now for the good, the bad, and the final score, and as per usual, we start with the good. I really like it when characters interact with each other. While I didn't get to every single character interaction, the fact that there was interaction available on the ship makes the game more alive. Like we are watching relationships evolve and expand, giving the world life. This sort of stuff is relatable, and there are some really funny quotes as well. It's worth playing the game just to see all the interactions. Trick shots are in. It's so much fun planning out a shot and pulling off the trick shot, not to mention satisfying as anything. Taking the time to set up the shot is totally worth the little extra time to get it just right. If you enjoy XCOM or any of the tactical RPG games like Wasteland, you will enjoy this game. It is not as ruthless or brutal, but it is still good as placement of characters is important due to possible friendly fire and enemies who can target you badly. So they can target and do a headshot, or they can target your feet. You've got to be very careful with the positioning of your characters. Cover is very important. Difficulty can be varied on the fly. You don't need to play through the whole campaign on just one difficulty. So if you are playing it on hard mode, you are not locked into hard mode for the entire game. You can mix and match if you feel that a mission is a little bit too difficult, or if it's a little bit too easy, you can always buff it up. You can always vary it from mission to mission. I am yet to experience what it's like on a higher difficulty, so I don't know how the rewards or even the experience scales based on your difficulty. Have fun with that. Let me know in the comments whether or not there is actual changes in scaling. So that was the good, but what about the bad? The game can be very unforgiving when you are aiming. I've had it a few times when I wanted to move the aiming reticle just a fraction, either a fraction up or a fraction down. However, the game mistook it for a double click, which is actually the fire command. And it didn't give me the desired effect I was after, and it makes it very frustrating as you'd have to click off somewhere else and then click again, which makes you lose your spot where you were aiming for. It would be nice if the game would not accept the second click as the fire button, but rather only use the pre-existing fire button. So if it's a spacebar, it would only fire on the spacebar rather than using the double click. That would probably make things easier. There may be a setting in the game that I missed to turn that off. So definitely check the settings, folks, if you're going to play this game. For all the items you get in the game, inventory is very limited. So at the end of the game, I had quite a number of characters, really. And the size of my inventory space was actually really small for what it's actually worth. Characters are limited to using one weapon, of course, and you're always trying to juggle around your weapons and your accessories, but it would be nice to actually have more space. It's very frustrating, and it makes inventory management a bit more of a chore, and you have to make some very difficult decisions about some of the items you get. I get that you want to get rid of the old stuff, but sometimes you just want the extra item, and it does feel a little bit inadequate for how much you need to hold. Overall, I gave Steamworld Heist a score of 85%. I really enjoyed the game. It was a fun, refreshing game in a universe that is enjoyable and very intriguing. By the way, there is actually Steamworld Heist 2. We will get to that at some stage, so watch this space for it. The game took us almost 9.5 hours to finish, so it's not a very long game. How Long to Beat puts the main story at 12.5 hours, with Completionist at 21 hours, so it's actually a reasonably short game for those of you who are a little bit time poor, but if you really want to scratch that tactical RPG itch with a little bit of humor and a little bit of silliness inside, this game is really, really worth playing. It's certainly worth it, and it's good because you don't have to overthink your brain too much, but at higher difficulties this could prove to be more of a difficult endeavor to not overstrain your brain, but I can only speak for the lower difficulties. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this, please by all means give the video a like and a comment about what you think about the game. I do try and read and respond to every comment. And if you have played this game, let me know what you like or hate about the game. Also, feel free to subscribe to the channel so that you are notified about my next videos. But until next time, I'm Kastor, and I'll see you guys on the next wrap-up video.